Hello everybody, and how are you? My name's Iris Smith and I'm the owner of a small business called The Flower Patch, and at The Flower Patch I make beautiful artificial flower arrangements for all occasions. Right guys, thank you for all your wonderful messages. I really do appreciate it. As always, you're truly fabulous people. Right. I had a request from a lady called Linda a few 2 or 3 weeks ago, and I had to wait for a delivery on my poinsettias. But her daughter, after I did the blue and I can't remember, the blue and gold swag, I think it was. She requested if I could do a lilac, silver, and black swag. Her daughter would like to see one of those. So we're going to fulfill Linda's daughter's wishes. So I'm going to go through what we're going to do. I am going to attach a ribbon, a lilac velvet ribbon, which I've got here, but I'm not going to make it big. I want it to just sit in the centre and possibly just hang down. So I'm going to do that shortly before we start doing the swag. But first of all, I'm going to go through what we are using today. So I've tried to prepare, guys. I've tried to cut everything down possible. Some things I haven't, due to them being extremely glittery. But we'll get to that bit. But anyway, I'm going to place in, I've got all fluff all over it, some black peacock feathers that I have already placed on picks ready for when we do it, and I've done 5. So we've got the black. I've got some chopped down here and some bigger ones in here, but some black fern to go around the outside as well. With it being dark, the lilac and silver will bounce off of it with this being at the back. I may incorporate something black in and around the centre, or a bit of this again. I don't know. As we go along, we'll see. I've cut down and sprayed. I've had to wait for the spray to dry. Some darker, I've sprayed it darker because this was very light, in purple birch. So I want to just add those in like bits of filler foliage. I've left some longer length which may want to go on the outer side, and then I've cut shorter pieces to go in around the centre. Now I've got these bay leaves which are heavily glittered. I haven't taken them out the bag. I've not used these yet, but as you can see, perhaps from the back better, they are heavily glittered. So we're going to use some of those as well. I have got out of my bag some of my mountain pine again, because I find around Christmas time this is very popular. You can get smaller one. I've tried to get this one again, which is quite long. I think 11 or maybe about 9 inches long, but the thing is it's out of stock and I cannot find any. I have researched and researched that are on single picks like this. The ones I've found are only 3 inches long, and I want the longer ones without paying too much cost. I try to keep the cost down. I've cut some more down, this is what we had left from yesterday, the tree pine. I thought we could add a little bit of that in as well. And of course, one of my favourites from Lily Jade's, the dusted twine fern, and I want to add that in around the back for movement, and that will also bounce off of the black. So we've got that. I've also got out some sage leaves again. I always like, when it comes to doing darker colours especially, like to place in a lighter leaf. And with this being velvet touch, like the lamb's ear, this is from Lily Jades. It was on a garland and I picked each, several off. I've got another full garland up there. I decided to place them on picks, and I like to place this in to just give it a softer feel and a touch to it. Now I've got some oddments here, two different kinds of silver glittered. I think one's a cypress leaf and one maybe a tree fern, but there's some oddments in there that I'd like to place that I cut too many down and didn't need them all. So, but I don't mind doing that if I've got oddments, because I can use them for other projects. Now I haven't opened the bag on this yet, but this is also, I think this may be conifer leaves or tree fern, I'm not sure, but we've got that as well in silver, which may also go well with the black around the edge of the swag. Now I don't know whether I'm going to use this, but I've just got it out as backup. Some silver eucalyptus. This is the eucalyptus cinerea. So I've got a few shorter oddments in there, and then I've brought out one fresh stem as well. Now for our floral, I've got 5 out, but I was just sat here thinking I may put 2 on and place the bow in between the 2, because I want to place these in the centre because they are quite big. They are actually 8 inches wide, so I thought I could place 2 in and then put the bow in the centre of them. So I've got those. I'm still waiting for the velvet ones. I do prefer the velvet ones because of the softer feel and touch, but I do have the cheaper option for people if they can't afford the velvet, because they are quite pricey. And you may like this, Linda and her daughter. I have got 3 different sizes of glittery black poinsettias. I've got a great big bunch here of the 3 different sizes that I may dot around as well. And they are glorious, absolutely glorious. I always find bits of fluff on things. We've got, that's the smaller one, the medium, and I think that's the larger one. No, wrong there. There's the large. So I've got the small, medium, and then the large. So they are all like a webbing effect. They're not a full leaf. So, and I took fancy to them when I spotted them. I thought they were glorious and quite elegant. So that's what we've got today. So if I place everything back down here, like so. And I'm going to bring the camera down. I think I'm just going to have a look at it where it's positioned, because I'm going to do the bow now. So, and I'm going to do it in a slightly different way to what I would if I was twisting on the bow maker, because I don't want too many loops. I think probably 4 or, in total, or 6 maximum. And so that is all we're going to use, is this one colour. So let me just check. We'll bring it down, and then I'll have to pop it back up so you can see. Right, I don't think I've got, oh, I may have. Let's just, oh, I have guys. Oh, I didn't realise. I'm going to use pipe cleaners or Chanel sticks, whichever you call them. Let's just grab my scissors. And just, it's gold on the other side, but I don't mind that. And this stands absolutely beautiful when you just do that. It just stands still. It's very good quality. It doesn't, you know, flop or turn to the side. So what I'm going to do with this today, instead of doing like, it's like the chocolate bow effect in my hand, I'm just going to get this piece here, or let me just cut that little bit of wire what's sticking out on each end. I'm going to get it like that, and you can do it, I'll do it on the mat, because some people, I would do it in my hand, but some people have you know, problems with the hand, but hands, so health issues. But I would do it if I had it in my hand and do it like that. And I'm just placing this small bit, I'm not making a tail end here, I'm placing the small bit there, and I'm going to do the loop. Let's see. I'm just measuring about 6 inch, and then I've got it like so again where this finishes here. So then I'm going to get the other bit, I'm not twisting it, and I'm going to bring it past that there, because that is where is past the center point, because we need something for it to grip. And then I'm just going to test if they're the same height. One's slightly bigger. And just test like that. And once I've done that, so you've got it there, then you can either go back on yourself like that, but on the back I will twist behind, because I do need that pattern on the front or the velvet piece. Then I will make it slightly shorter, go past again the center point, twist, and then come back into the center. Then go past that first little bit that we was talking about. Once I've done that, I want to twist again, because I want a little piece in the center to hide my mechanics, and I will make this slightly shorter and then go past that center point again. Then I'm going to snip it. You may think, oh gosh. Once I've done that, I'm going to get my pipe cleaner, go around just like you would, pinch it all together and go to the back. Just pull. Whoops a daisy, nearly slipped. And twist. Now you see that little piece there that we've cut here, you can cut it just slightly shorter, like so, and then just fluff up with your bow, and then you've got one in the center. Now if you want tail ends, and you have that, if you want tail ends, you can get another piece. Let's get one around here. Just fold it in half so you know where the center point is. Just make a crease like so. Pinch it. Place it at the bottom where that is. Get your other pipe cleaner and go through the center and then through the center of your tail ends. Just got to make sure I've got the right one. Take it around the back and twist. So I'm twisting now both of the pipe cleaners together like so. So then you've just got added yourself in just some tail ends like so. And then you can dovetail, fold the two wired pieces together and then cut from the non-wired bit diagonally down to the bottom corner, and you'll give yourself a lovely dovetail. So that is just the bow that I want to create on our swag. You can just keep fluffing up till you're happy. There's many different ways. If you do it a different way and you do this bow a different way, that's fine. You can do it on the bow maker where I would just twist and have long tail ends to start with and bring this last tail end down to the front. But if you're doing it by hand and you don't have a bow maker, that's how you do it. And you can curl these up if you like, just bend them over to give yourself a little, I don't want a big one, a little ringlet like so. If you want a big ringlet and you want more curls, take it as, you know, nearer to the top. Pull out from the center. So then you've got that. So we're going to place that onto our swag. I have to think again then. So I've shown it you. I can't get that pin in. How to do it by hand, and I want to also show you people, if you have a bow maker, I want to show you both ways because some people will state that they have a bow maker. So I will just get a different, probably a different colour bow, just to show you on that as well. Let's see, it's a colour that you're gonna spot. Gosh, I've got that much ribbon, I can't make my mind up which one to use. We'll use this. Oh, no, I want to see her get a big one. Oh no, I want you to be able to see it. So white is a bit too plain. So we'll get this. It's nearer to me. I'll show you in red, with it being a dark colour. So now, if you're doing it in red, or whichever colour, or you're on a bow maker. Create your tail end first. I'm doing it backwards so you can see it as though it's you're doing it. So do that, twist your ribbon, and I did it to 6 on the other one. So press it down, twist, go to 6 again, which is on here on your bow maker. And the second one I did was just slightly smaller. So we do it, and that was about 5.5. And just look for 5.5 on your bow maker, and then just get that and take it down towards yourself. You don't need to twist when you've finished all your loops. And because I've done that, then I want a little piece in the center. I will just cut a piece like that, fold it in half, pinch where I need it, take it through the dowel like so. I'll just use a floral wire on this occasion. Get your wire or your cable tie, whatever you're going to use, and then just twist it. I tend to say just twist once, just so you can bring it up without it coming out of place. And then just manipulate your loops where you'd like them to sit. And then once you've done that, twist your bow, not your wire. By twisting it too much, it will snap. And then again, you've got your tail ends down here, and that little bit what's extra from we did the loop in the center, cut it a little bit shorter so you don't see it, and then you've already got your bow, and then you just dovetail the ends. So that is the way how to do it on your bow maker. And you can still curl them again if you like, put ringlets in, but then it's the same thing, but I find it's easier on the bow maker because you've got something holding it instead of in your hand, where if you've got health issues with your hand, it could end up hurting your hand. So that's on our bow maker. So we'll place that over there, put this back. So that's our bows done. Oh, let me just grab my coffee. It's going cold. Oh, it has gone cold. Right, let me just get our swag in place, and I'll bring up the camera. I may have to just stand back a little with the camera. Now, let me think. If I zoom out, one moment guys, bear with me. I may be able to come in closer. I think that would be better. Oh, the Santa who was climbing up the ladders. I had a customer this morning come to collect her order. She spotted it. She's taken him. So he's gone. She said as soon as she saw it, I can't not leave here without it. Bless her. So I wrapped it up while she waited. Right, I've got them at that size. I've cut them. And they start, I think, getting bigger. Yeah, so I don't need those ones. So we'll place those there. Oh. Right, I'm going to start with our black fern. So we're going to place these in and around the top. I have again added in some spruce from a garland to make it a bit more fluffier. Just roll my sleeves up. And I've cable tied it to the back. Right, we're going to place this at the top. And I'm not going to, I say this every time, I'm not going to make it as big as I would the others. I say that, guys, but I forget myself, so to speak. That's got a bit too many. There we go. So now for you new beginners, I am in a group where there's a lot of wonderful crafting people who make things, artificial wreaths and anything really. And I have been posting my things on there as well. And some of the ladies have joined my YouTube channel, and I can't quite remember if they're beginners or not. So what I want to say to you ladies, if you are, when I do a swag, I mean, I've been doing floristry for over 20 years. I used to do real flowers, but then I decided many years after doing real flowers, I'm going to do artificial, and I've never looked back. But when I'm doing a swag, it's the same principle when I did one with real flowers. At the top point, I class this as like a body part. Many of you have heard me say it. This is your neck. These are your shoulders. Then you have your ribs and then your waist. And if you think of a swag like in that way, in like a human body parts, then your placing of your first foliage, you can't go wrong. Because some people tend to worry and think, oh gosh, I don't know where to place the things. Start with your first foliage, which is going to create your boundary. And this, now, because your shoulders on the human body are the widest at the top here, so they are your widest area, and there's your neck. Now we are going to go down to our ribs, which are around here. So because I've placed these coming horizontally out, these ones I'm now placing at a slight angle going in, because I want it to come looking down like a teardrop. So I'm placing them in at a small angle like so. So you can see it's now started to look like it's coming down. So once you've done one on one side, go to the other and do the same on the other, and stick your first, if you can, foliage to the main spine at the back. Head towards that. Then we have our waist. I'll use the smaller ones here. And then we will go just towards the main spine and place on either side. like so. Again, I'm going in at an angle. And then I always like to put one at the bottom. So we've got that point. So I place one underneath. So I've got a longer piece pointing around the bottom area. And just so that is your boundary set for your first foliage. So again, you look at it, you will see your neck, shoulders, ribs, and then your waist, and at the bottom of your waist. So I'll place, and if you've never, again, you wonderful people who've just started watching, I put rubber bands around everything, even in my buckets, to keep, because I haven't got enough room to have all the flowers in their own buckets. So I place them around rubber bands so they don't get mixed up. So we've got our peacock feathers, and I want these up here as well. So I'm going to cut them slightly down. And what I want to do with these, place in between, well, let me put a bit more glue on that, I've wiped it off. In between the fern. Again, at the moment I'm heading for the back of the spine. Oh, that one's a bit, like that. And then I'm going to cut these ones down as well. And I'm going to go again at an angle. And they're going to come out. And I do the other side. And because I've got those there, I don't want any more here. So I'm going to place this one in the centre. So I'm just going up here with it. So it just sits nicely on top. So that is our lovely peacock feathers. Right. Let's take that off. Here we go. So again, I'm having this behind the peacock feather here, and this is going to bounce off of this black here. So we're going to place those in around the shoulder area. I'm not having it as high as this. That is our highest point. So we don't go over or past that. Then place this one in there. I'm trying not to take them out of the bag. I am manipulating them. I'm not just placing them in straight. I do tend to bend the stems, but on a swag, sometimes I bend them just once, not all the time, but just once, because I want that position of it coming down. So I will give it a bend. Sometimes I will go to the right, then back to the left, and I may just do that to give it more, and stroke it to give it more of a natural look. But if you can see, it's now going off that way. So I'd have to place it in. I think that one's, I think I've just pulled a little bit too hard on one of the stems. So let's just put a bit of glue in there, just to hold it in place. So behind the peacock feather, again coming down, oops, the daisy. And then on this side as well, I swap from one side to the next because I want to make sure that I'm placing them in a similar position. Now, even though we've not got any here, any peacock feathers, I do still want to bring some of this down there. In between now our fern. And I'm still heading for that diagonal position when I'm placing them in. This is my awkward side when I'm filming because I don't want to burn myself. Let's turn it round. So I want it pushing in a little bit more. And then I want one right at the bottom, and then just a smaller one in front of the black at the top. So we're going to go in front of this black fern, and then one in front of the black fern at the top. But I'm going to push this one a little bit further down, like so. So I can place those away, even though I've got glitter already on the... Oh my gosh, I love glitter, guys, I really do. but it doesn't half get everywhere. Right, now, because now we've added those in, I want to add in, let me just take the band off of those, get those ready. Do I place in these first? Because some are longer. Yeah, we're going to bring some of the green around the sides as well. I always like to do the foliage mainly first. Because once you do your boundary, then that's near on done. And you can just add bits of other pieces in and around your boundary. As you can see, that's the highest point, and this is the widest point, your shoulders. So your neck is the highest, your shoulders is the widest. And I don't go out of that, the widest point. I keep within that. With the odd bit of wispy thing like that, that's all right if it's slightly longer, because you can see through it and it's not distracting you from this foliage here. You may think, oh well, that's longer than that, but because you can see right through to that, you focus on this more. So these are just like little extra decor to give it that movement. So I'm going to place, let me just do this one first, behind, oh, a bit of fluff, the silver, or just around it. It's a bit too long. Push it in a little bit and bring it down so it doesn't go outside of that area. So it's basically in between the black and the silver that I'm placing this greenery. So it's going to be placed like that. So there's the silver, there's the black, so this is going around here. I could cut this one down. I've got a few what I cut down. So we're going to go in there. Just there. And again, the black and silver down at the bottom where your waist is. Just place that one there. I can hear my cat. I've got two cats, guys, and Marley's actually in the house today. He didn't want to come. So then that. Now I could place one up above and make the area here longer. So let's, not too much. I'm going to place it behind. Let's just push it down as far as I can. So it's on a similar level. Yeah, and I've got one of my cats is running around again on the roof, and that's Evie. And then I'm going to do the same at the bottom. I think I'm going to take that piece off and just have one single one at the bottom. And place that. It doesn't mean to say that you can't place any of your foliage or anything in after you've done your boundary or you've started doing the front, because you may spot something that's needed. So I'm going to go behind the silver with some sage leaves. I'm not using too many. Again, I've placed the silver in first, but that doesn't matter. So I'm going to go behind where the neck area is, the shoulders, sorry. And then as we come down, we start placing it at a small angle to give that effect. And as I go down towards near where the waist is, I cut my stem shorter because obviously I haven't got as far to place in the stem. And then it won't pop out from the opposite side. Do I place one at the back as well? Yeah, because it sets off from the black. So I'll keep that stem long. Again, not going above. So push it down. So the very, very tip of the black is just about ½ an inch above the sage leaf. And then do the same at the bottom where your waist is. So that is, I'll put those, I don't need to put the band around those. That is our sage leaves now placed in. Now I want to add a little bit of purple. Scissors. I can see the whole of the glitter collecting at the bottom. Oh my goodness. Let's cut it at the top. Oh, these are beautiful. These are absolutely beautiful. Look at the colour on that. Now, do I, before I start, place in the poinsettias? Just manoeuvre them around. Because what I wanted was one, I can just grab it through the back and pull it. Approximately around there, if you get what I mean. Then the bow, and then another poinsettia. I can't get it through. And then one around there. So then we place, oops, our bow in there. And that's what I want to do. So let's get the poinsettias in first. I'm just gonna there's one, and I'm cutting these because they're not far away from the main stem. I'm cutting them about 2.5 inches long, the stem. And I'm just going to place this near to the top, because I've cut the stems that short because I don't want them popping through the back. I'm just going to get 2 of my spruces. Again, if you're working on an easel like this, I get 2 spruces and I wrap them around top and at the bottom because the swag moves. And that's just to stop it from moving anywhere. So they are there. Then because we've got our pipe cleaners, I'm going to fasten this around one of the spruces. I'm not taking this round the back. So let me just I could see the one I'm going to do it around. Oh my goodness. Let me just grab, I lost it now, it's fallen out of my hands. So that's like that. Don't worry if you think that your ribbon is covering your, your florals. If that irritates you, you can just bring it off to the side or shorten your tail ends, anything like that. I don't mind actually if it just goes over, because you can just curl it. So now we've got, let me just lift that up a little. I may reposition that as just a bit and shorten the stem. It's better. So that's what we've got now with our poinsettias and our bow in. Doesn't that look nice? Now then, I want to add in the purple. I'm going to add some of these in. Let's get a few out. Get 5 out to start with. And because we've not got no purple around the edge, I want to place in these bay leaves around the edge, and I want to place them approximately near the shoulder, obviously, but under the black, so you can see them bouncing off of each other. Let's just I'm going to place 2 at the top as well, just at the side of the neck. I may place it one in at where the neck is, or I may just leave it as it is. We're just going to go again here near where the black is. And we'll do it this side as well. And I'm coming down where the waist is now. Let's get the glue. Now on the bottom, I think there's one needed definitely at the bottom, so I'm going to place one on there. So that means to balance it out, I may have to place one in at the top as well. So let's get one more. But with this one, I'm going to go behind the black, because these two are very close in front. So to bring this in, I'm just going to go behind the black. So that is our beautiful purple bay leaves placed in. Let me get rid of the glitter. Oh. Right, doesn't that look pretty? I think that looks absolutely really glorious. Now I want to place in the fiddlehead fern. I love this from Lily Jades. And this is the movement I'm having on the inner side. So now I'm coming on the inside. You don't have to head now towards the central spine. You can now start gluing your things onto other stems or maybe onto the spruce, because now you've got that support behind. You can now start attaching other things on to your other stems. Now they're all in and secure. So I'm going on the side of each of here on the inside. That's just to give the wispiness, the bounce, the volume. I'm going to go just under there. And then I'm going to go just here as well. And glue it onto that stem. No, I don't want it to hide that. Let's see. I'm going to put a couple right where the shoulders are on the outer side. Just here behind. So we've got a bit of that movement behind as well. Let me just cut that prong off. I've got glue gun wrapped around me. Glue gun. glue strings, that's what I meant to say. Somewhere around there. So you've just got that little bit of the movement at the back. Again, you may not always see it, but it's there. I think I need two there. So we'll place this one. Oh, I've got to. Oh, they're lower down. And again, these are wispy and see-through. I want to go a little bit further up. So we've got that effect. I do want to bring in, I think, a little bit of silver in the centre. So I'm going to use some of these small bits that I've chopped. I don't want to go for the same leaf. I want to add different, you know, a variety of different leaves. So I'm going to add in this one. But again, I don't want to overload it with things that you can't see. So let's have a look. We definitely want one somewhere around here, just in front of the shoulders. Just to give that little bit of sparkle. And I think one at the side there. Just up near where the bow is. I don't want them too far towards the outer side. So as you can see, I'm placing it just around where the bow is. Now I've got this birch that I've sprayed. Bit of purple. If it's too dull, I won't place it in because I don't want, I don't know, that's maybe a bit too dull. So in that case, I've got a couple more of these birches, bay leaves left. I may chop them in half. And bring these inside instead. Because I'm a true believer, whatever you've got on the outer side or the top and outer side, bring in the centre and bring it to the bottom as well. So I'm going to place one there. Just one there. Let's have a look. That's too close. Yeah. So I'm going to place these around the bow on instead. Even if you can just see one petal of it or one leaf. You'll just see that it's in the centre as well. So I can throw that away now. Yippee! So yeah, I'm not going to put the birch in. It's a bit too dull for this because it's very sparkly. So we'll place those on the floor. I don't think I want any more of this as well. Oh my good gracious me. Let's have a look at this. I may put some of those in. I don't want any more of the purple poinsettias. So they can go. Right, let me have a look at the black. Oh, that looks divine. Because I know I've got the mountain pine here. I mean, this I just took out of a bag full. But I don't want to put these in yet. Because if I place these in yet, I could hide majority of what I've got in here. So these are probably only going to be used for around the edging and the odd one in. But I want to see the majority of what we've got. So because I've got 3 different sizes, I think I'm going to opt for the middle one. I've got to make sure I get the right one. 5, 6, that's a large. That's a large, that's a large. I think that's, yeah. So, look at those guys close up if the camera's viewing on them properly. They are beautiful. So I don't want to go black on black because you may see a bit of glitter there, but they clash with each other because of the same colour. So I like to go, if I'm using it, just slightly above it or below it, not actually on top of it. So it'll look nice around where the silver is, here and here, and going around. So that's what we're going to do with our black poinsettia. I may bring the odd one in the centre, but we'll see as we go along. But I don't want them sticking out too much because we have got a boundary. So I like to stick to that boundary. And you can bring the heads in if you feel, oh, well, you can't get the, you know, the beauty of them. Just bring the heads slightly in. Or fold them before you actually get them in. So I'm just going to keep them longer slightly at the top. So if I go near above the black fern but near the silver, again I'm just keeping within the boundary. Oops, the daisy. So if you can see, just kept within that boundary. So do the same on the opposite side. I think it was around here, if I can remember correctly. Just bring the head of the poinsettia slightly out. Let's just have a look. I'm very funny if I don't get it in there. It's not in the right position. No, let me just pull it in. Oh. Get the old glue off. Right, so it's around, it is around here. But it's not sticking out as much. Guys, one moment. I think I know I've got a delivery. One moment. I've just heard a big truck. Oh, no, it wasn't. It was my husband carrying a load of logs in. Come home from work. Right, I've altered the camera because it gave me a chance to have a look if you could see, and you couldn't really see. Oh, here's my cat, guys. For all you from Lily Jade's tutorial, this is my cat Marley, and he doesn't leave my side. Go sit there. No, stay there. Anyway, no, stay there, Marley. So we're going to place in some around here. I'm going to just position them, if I can see, somewhere around there. And I was thinking I'm going to cut one and place a bit of black there in that gap. So if that's the case, I may, that's the large, oh my gosh, there we go. place one also just up there. So I've got 2 of each poinsettias. So I've placed those in. I did have a look when I came in and I thought, oh, that's a lovely colour. It looks really nice. So let's just see. Yep, so we'll place these ones in. Again, I'm cutting them shorter because we're near to the thinnest part of the swag, so I don't need my stems as long. And then one around here as well. And then one in the centre. So we'll just place that there. And then one at the top. Because we've got black around the edge, so I need to bring black in again, you know, to the centre, so it just doesn't look unbalanced. I could bring one down here to make it 3. So bring one down there as well. Just under here where the silver is. So you've got that. So it makes it an odd number. So we don't need no more of those either. Let's just get all the black glitter. Right, let's just have a look. I've got an oddment. I could bring some around the edge. Yeah, we'll bring some around the edge. So I'm just going to bring some, I don't want them in front of the black fern, so I may bring some behind and a couple at the top. So let me just do the awkward bit. See, I just can't do my left side very well. These are push-ups, so you can cut them shorter. I love push-ups, me. Bring that like that instead. Behind. Like so. Get the glue strings off. So I've placed two right at the top here and here. I'm going to go behind the black fern, just have a little bit of a lighter colour again, just hovering. Let's push that in a bit more because I don't want it going out of the boundary. Do the other side. So wherever there's a black fern, we go around there. So if you start with your intentions of placing it near the fern, then carry that on all the way around. Now on the opposite side. Push them up. Just cut that a little bit more. You don't want it too long. And then this last black fern down here. So we've got those in. So we don't need that. Right, now I've got the mountain pine. I'm just going to see what this looks with it. Let me just turn it around. If I place some around the back. Yeah, I'm going to place some around the back. I don't want any in the centre. I don't want to be covering anything. Gosh, I can't get oh God. I do place these rubber bands on really tight. So yeah, I'm going to put one either side of the purple at the top where the neck is. I'm not going to put lots in. I'm just going to place them there at the back. Like so. And I'm going to go where the shoulders are. Let's see. Around that area. And then around where the ribs are. Again, down here I'm placing them in as at an angle. And down where the waist is. Just now I'm just eyeballing this. I hope they're in the right place. Let's just have a look. You can't really see them. Let's see. So I'm going to have to put one there. Just where the purple bay leaf is, just under the shoulders. I've got one there. I may bring some down at the bottom as well. I do like to see these around the centre, but again, I don't want it too covering all our beautiful flowers. So that's all I'm going to place in. So that's those with the pine, mountain pine placed in. Just put that back in the bag. Right, so that is our project completed for today, where we've incorporated the lilac or the purple, black and silver. Let me just place that a bit. Just do these. Like so. And we have completed, let me just stand back. Oh, that's very pretty. The black, if I'm being honest, the black sets it off. Especially the little poinsettias, they seem to set it off, and it, you know, gives it that where it stands out, and it would be noticed. So I hope you enjoyed that today, guys. Thanks to one of my subscribers, Linda, and her daughter's request for purple, silver and black. Obviously I had to put a bit of green in just to set it off a bit more, but the main area is in around the central point where you see. And I did a different bow than the one where you can have layers upon layers upon layers. You don't always have to have the layers upon layers. I usually do a lot of layers because it's only people's request. But, you know, I do like them simple like this. I think, you know, they do look lovely. They do give it that elegant touch where it's not too much. And it just adds that little bit of beauty to it if they're just a simple bow. So all those who can't do the bows properly, or they feel they can't do the bows, which I think you can, you know, just something simple like this is just as, you know, beautiful. So again, today we've used our black poinsettias, our sage leaves, our mountain pine, our lovely, I can't say enough about these because I love these, dusted twined fern, our silver eucalyptus, our silver glittery conifer, peacock feathers, our purple bay leaves, our tree pine, our black fern, our purple poinsettias. Have I missed anything, guys? Oh, and these other glittery foliage as well. I'm trying to see if I've missed anything. If I have, my apologies. And our beautiful bow and our purple beautiful poinsettias as well. So again, I hope you enjoyed that. So please subscribe, share and like to the world, to everybody who you know, just so they can get a little look at what I do and help my business grow and to be recognised as well. And you know, it's just something I love and I adore, probably just like all of you guys, whether it be a hobby or a job or just something you just decided to start doing. You know, you've obviously like this sort of thing. Oops. And you can't, once you start, you just can't stop. And I've been doing it for years. So again, give it a go. Even if not in these colours, even if you just want it in black and silver or black and white, or perhaps black, silver and pink, or, you know, with a pastel colour with the black and the silver, you know, or you could do a peach coloured or a lemon, or anything like a lemon would be nice, you know, something like that. You don't have to stick to the traditional reds, but if you want to put a red in instead, that would also go really well. But you, again, Christmas isn't just about sticking to the traditional colours. You know, you can widen and broaden your mind and, you know, dig into those creative minds of yours, guys, because I know you've all got it, and create something as beautiful as this and have fun. That's basically all I can say. Have fun with it, guys. You really will, and be proud of yourself. You know, a lot of you have said, oh, I wish I could do stuff like you. I used to say the same thing, guys, many years ago when I was doing it, when I watched somebody and I thought, you know, like a member in the class that I was in, she was really good, and I used to wish I could do what she did. And the tutor just used to say to me, you know, stick to your own style, because everybody has their own signature style. Whether you do it like this or you don't do it as, like, you know, as much as I've done it, it's always beautiful. You always do a beautiful job, guys, and I'm sure of it. So be proud of what you do. So again, have a wonderful day. I will do a close-up, and so you can get to see the, you know, the lovely elements that we've used in it. And again, Linda, thank you, and thank your daughter as well for the request. So take care, guys. Have a wonderful day. Keep your comments coming. I love you all. God bless and a good health. Bye for now. Bye-bye. Right, guys, let's get a close-up so we can see. So I have to be careful of the cable. Oh, Jordan. Oh, my son's just walked in on me and made me jump. He's just come back from my work. Right, there is the black. Look at that for a glittery black poinsettia. And there is your purple with the silver in the centre. Your lovely glittery purple bay leaf. Your beautiful velvet bow. And the dusted twine fern here. And your black fern. and your mountain pine and your sage leaves. And there's the other glittery foliage as well. And then there's some there, I think they're conifer, and obviously the flocked pine needles that are in there. And then if I can find them, the tree pine there as well. So, oh, and the silver eucalyptus hiding in there. And our beautiful wispy peacock feathers. So I hope you had a wonderful day, guys. Oh, I've got to zoom in on that again. Look at that. It's like diamonds. Oh. So I hope you have a wonderful day, guys. All the best. Take care. And I'll see you tomorrow. Bye for now.